What's up guys, Brandon here from TechFlair, back with another video. In this video I'm going to be going over the tools, supplies, and part of the instructions for how to make your very own DIY phone-controlled BB-8 droid. Okay, so this picture that you see here isn't everything that you're going to need. You're going to need quite a bit more than what's shown here, but I will leave a link to all of the products that you're going to need down in the description below, so definitely go check that out. Find each of the products and you should be good to go. To start off, blow up your ball, get a spoon, a cup, and fill the cup with some Elmer's glue. Then just grab a paintbrush. I like to use a nice big paintbrush to spread the glue around onto the ball, but make sure before you spread the glue around that you fill half your cup with glue and half of your cup with water. That way you have a good paper mache concentration. Next, what you're going to want to do is just grab an old stack of newspapers and tear it into little strips so that you can put each of those little strips onto the beach ball and glue them onto the beach ball. Next, you can start covering your ball with newspaper. You're going to want to do 3 layers of newspaper so that you can really cover it up good so that it has lots of protection. And once you finish putting all 3 layers of newspaper onto your BB-8 ball and letting them dry, you can grab some scissors and your canvas and start cutting the canvas into little strips just like you did with the newspaper. Now you're going to do the same thing as you did with the newspaper and wait for them to dry, and you're just going to want to do 1 layer of canvas on BB-8. And once you're done doing your canvas, do 1 more layer of newspaper, and then we can go into the garage and start spraying it with some primer. This step is pretty self-explanatory. I just used 1 coat of primer, and I did use sandable primer, but it doesn't really matter which kind you use. And once the primer finished drying, I coated BB-8 with a layer of wood putty. The wood putty was definitely by far the hardest part of this whole thing. A few tips I wanted to give you guys were: 1, make sure that your layers are as smooth as possible. That will really be key to if your BB-8 droid will function properly or not. The smoother you get and the more consistent layers you have all around the droid, the better your droid will function, and the less you'll have to sand it. Another thing I would suggest if you're having a hard time spreading the wood putty is get a more wide tool to spread the wood putty and make it more smooth, and then get like a knife or something to actually glob the wood putty onto BB-8. That helped me a lot after I figured out that it would help. So I would definitely strongly suggest using those 2 techniques, and they should help you a lot with spreading the wood putty onto BB-8. Well guys, that is it for part 1 of how to make a DIY phone-controlled BB-8 droid. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and also don't forget to check out all my other videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.